you know we're arcade perfect.
Yeah.
Right? So
Hungbee is actually another big name in the bracket here. One of the more prominent players, like amongst already the stacked list. I mean, obviously FM1, Hungbee, Bisu is also another name that has been a very big problem in the bracket, making that big losers run. Now here we go, the first of our losers matches now getting underway.
We're seeing Oro versus Necro right now. This is an interesting matchup.
This is a very interesting
because
matchup.
Necro's got the dive kicks and also can reach across the screen with some ground projectiles, got good resets, but Oro's got the damage. I mean, Oro could really put a hurt bomb on you, but all right, Younghou with a good confirm there into the reset. It's close to stun.
Yeah, with Necro, he's such a stun monster that you would think that even with Oro's huge stun bar, it wouldn't be a factor. But now, there's lots of different avenues and areas that Necro can use to just build up the stun and get that kind of set play that he has, especially with that electric snake.
Yeah, so Hungbee jumping away there, but let's see how Younghou continues to chase him. He's got an advantage in pokes and reaches there because Oro's pretty stubby. So you're going to see some tricky jump-ins on Oro's. A good response. Low profile into the throw. We got a German suplex and a Hurricane Rana, and sitting over the corner.
All right, Hungbee has the corner now. Just spends a bar to get the orb, but he just jumps out of it.
That was smart by Younghou. I mean, none of that business there. Gets blocked on the super, but not punished there. Oh, and parries. Oh, right there, just beautiful with that. Dropping the mix-up straight into that throw. And that gives them a quick 1-0 lead.
And that mix-up is so hard to see. When you're on the other end of that, once you are post that elbow cannon, that elbow tornado that Necro does, it is so hard to stay on the ball when it comes to what option they're going to commit to. So you have to just either rely on your reactions or you have to guess. And it's a dangerous situation that nobody
you have to
wants
instantly make that kind of decision. I mean, the thing about Third Strike is you have to instantly commit to your options, or else some of those options just aren't going to be on the table.
This is a commitment-heavy game for a lot of characters, and this Necro's set play is the perfect example of it.
Younghou with a 1-0 lead earlier. Wen got the win, busted out some of the falsetto of his own. We saw that over there going, woo! So,
although Hungbee now putting in that work, that's going to be the round there.
Yeah, it gets the toss the Hulk did to Loki at the end of Avengers, and one round away from tying it up there. Full meter.
Starting to hang back on more hit-and-run style, not necessarily relying on getting anything easy. So you can see he's actually dropped the Yagodoma, and he's switched over to the Tengu Stone, opting to spend meter if he wants that super for pressure instead of setups.
Let's see if he gets any damage out of it. Got Younghou down to low, medium health there, 2 low shorts into the overhead, but good response. That's a lot of damage on that super there.
Just gets the knockdown. Good parry. Doesn't complete the combo. Gotta watch it. Great parry on the drill kicks.
Great parry on both hits.
He's got enough to activate Tengu Stone, and that is going to do it. Just laying it on the wake up, and Hungbee has tied this up at 1 game apiece. Very nice. Nice switch on the adaptation. I like that you just kind of saw that all of his setups with the Yagodoma was not working out, so opting to switch to the Tengu Stone and also adapting the playstyle too. So it's like, okay, you know, I need to use my meter for pressure instead of setups.
Right.
Because I'm falling victim to setups. I'd rather just have pressure B+ and have that advantage instead of being on the other end of that.
Absolutely.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Hungbee just kind of hanging back right now. Great anti-air. Using those long limbs to keep Hungbee in the corner. Jumps out.
Oh, I love it.
Playing on the back foot.
Tried to shimmy him in the corner there. Looks like it was a bait. And then stays on the same side with that fake. Now let's see how much he can go. Oh, just climbing up on those. Just climbing up like the vines of Donkey Kong Jr. Corner to corner. There
and
he
he's
goes.
still not done. Coast to coast and the reset into the hit grab. What a sequence by Hungbee.
Yeah, he crossed over and then stayed on the same side the entire time. He was on the same side the whole time. Like, that's just one of those moments where you say, hey, there is no cross-up, there is no spoon, and then just able to create his own reality. Hungbee on match point here.
Try for the backup, but good blocks. Younghou trying to get something started here. That Back round, that back fierce wake up. Good option.
Yeah, Younghou has, Hungbee has continued to back up because you're seeing that stun gauge you mentioned earlier. Like, it builds up. But now, like, you know, they're just keeping it slow. All right, good block there, but no punish. Level 1 out of reach there. So, I don't know if that's super safe at the moment.
At certain distances, especially with Oro, Oro doesn't have a whole lot of pokes that can reach after that spur is blocked. And Younghou doing a good job of keeping the game very grounded, doing good to smack Hungbee out of the air. But now Hungbee's starting to adjust a little bit, starting to stall his jumps with the double jump and the chicken wing.
Oh, we're down to one more fight here. That was just good neutral there, channeling some inner Dulzim, and he's singing again. Singing here in the final round.
Final round. Winner moves on. Loser goes home at 7th place.
By the way,
what a double jump.
This is a bonus match regardless, so we're streaming all of the top 8 for this and Third Strike. We just want to give you a little more with that. Let's see where this goes. This is winner takes all here, though.
Didn't get the second hit of the standing medium punch, and that leads into a huge Tengu Stone combo. Cross up again, goes under the tick throw.
It's on point with those resets. The jump back into the jump in. This puts Hungbee in the driver's seat to advance.
And Hungbee now just kind of on the defensive. Gets him with the short, and that is going to do it. Hungbee taking it 2-1 and moving on in this bracket.
What I really liked there, too, was the fact that you saw that Necro's options were just getting shut down in the end. He was just getting jumped on, so you weren't seeing any of the dive kicks, you weren't seeing any of the ground reaches, or any of the other types of shenanigans that we've seen Necro pull off throughout the years and everything. So, you know, we all know. So, but that was just really strong, good performance there, seeing that advancement, and just a good, unique matchup there between Oro.
It was.
And,
you don't see that matchup in final brackets most days.
No, you don't. And it's.
Those are two characters that you see in the game, but when they face each other, it's a little bit of the Twilight Zone where, okay, how do these characters interact with each other? And that's actually a very good VOD to watch if you are a Necro player that has problem with the Oro matchup and vice versa.
Right.
And a great adaptation on Hungbee's end as well. It got him the win, it got him the dub, and it got him further on in this loser's bracket. And speaking of losers run, FM1 has made one huge losers run today.